Can we say rude things on your stream?
Sure.
Okay, just checking.
Hurry up and do it right now, though.
All right, where is it?
All right, welcome to the stream. We are flying tonight with the Monkey Show crew. We have Mr. Moondog with us, who is in flight, I presume. Is that correct?
I haven't crashed yet, correct?
And Draco is preparing for his takeoff. Is that correct?
Yep, I'm just now doing my pushback from the ramp.
And I am picking up some mail from somewhere in Tennessee, and going to catch one of my pilots up in Air Hauler, who is a slacker, so we can get this job done. So carry on, guys.
Carry on?
Well, yeah, I interrupted your conversation.
No, no. No, I'm trying to find out waypoints. He's trying to push back. Trying to set up for my approach for this.
Now, I don't normally do a whole lot of talking during taxi and takeoff, just because it does require quite a bit of concentration, especially a plane this large.
My outside view is still vibrating. That's disappointing.
Was it that that
Wasn't doing it last night.
somehow I just got 2 notifications that you're streaming?
It's because he's really important. They want you to know.
Kilo Mike Oscar Romeo traffic.
Right.
Now I know some of you who are watching this are probably going to be losing their minds because I'm not on. Well, you've never flown this plane. This plane does not like to turn.
With the taxiing?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't turn, it doesn't turn, it doesn't turn. Oop, it turned the whole way.
Pretty much. Okay, so we're contract traffic control. Tell them that we are ready for takeoff.
I sure hope Air Hauler understands that I did put the fasten seatbelts on when I hit the turbulence. And that it doesn't dock me for a rough ride or something.
All right.
$10,000. Then on to nav.
Now that's a sight right there. I'm taking off right in the same, right towards the Sears Tower. Okay. So we're gonna bring that down to 5.
No, I'm watching you taxi.
We're gonna activate.
Who, me?
Okay.
No, him.
Oh.
Let's pull him up.
Alright, I see yours is live now, so let's go find yours live now. Oh, now that is a cool picture there, Zig.
Alright.
Oh, the thumbnail?
Yes.
Yeah,
Did
that was
all yourself.
Well, yeah.
What's up?
That was
Oh,
the screenshots from
impressed.
last night.
Yeah, and I'm watching you drift around the corners there.
This plane, it's like you don't have to. You can have the throttle at 0, and it just goes when it taxis. It's not good, really.
And I have made one big mistake.
Okay, I'm not seeing it yet because
I've taken off with my cow flaps.
does that mean
At
you
100%.
need to re-land and reset your engines, or does that mean you're going to crash here in a moment?
Neither one. It just means I'm going to shake like you have never seen anything shake before until I get those closed.
Well,
come on, get up. Come on, get up. Get up there.
nothing on the radar. ETA 12:54 a.m. That 12:54 has got to be UT and not. No, I have it set for local time. That's what I'm looking at there is the local time.
Alright. I'm breaking a few FAA rules here because I'm flying very low through downtown Chicago, but well, very low is still better than slamming into the side of a building.
Yeah, well, you do have the Sears Tower there, or whatever it's called now. It's a sort of duck and dive around.
Okay, yes, that's fine. ATS is pissing me off.
Well, yeah, you're flying too low. They're going to get.
No, they just keep chattering at me.
Are they just handing you back and forth because they don't know which one of them wants to handle your situation?
No, it's they want me to answer them, but they constantly there's constantly them chattering back and forth, so it keeps canceling out my response, and then they start. It just pisses me off. I can't stand the ATC on here sometimes.
It's one of the other planes, in quote, answering ATC also while you're trying to, so and it gets its in before you can respond.
Yeah,
Right.
It can get a bit much.
Yeah.
Close the cow flaps. Close the cow flaps. Oh shit! I can't close the cow flaps. Why can't I close the cow flaps?
They're
This is
frozen
not good.
shut already.
Frozen open, you mean?
Yeah.
Frozen open, frozen shut.
Come on, close. Moondog, I need you to go out on the wings and start kicking these things shut, will you?
Wait a minute. How quickly are you moving?
125 knots. You'll be fine.
And it's vibrating that much? You got a rope at least? So I can tie myself off?
I got bungee cords.
Bungee cords? I'll think about it. I'm gonna go to the back and I'll let you know if I head out. I'll ask you to open the door for me. Have I gotten through the turbulence?
So hoping for a nice, easygoing, early morning flight back to St. Louis.
Okay.
After our turn and burn.
So you had to fly down there and pick up the mail, or did you drop off?
No, I went down there and picked it up because I told you I took that job that was a two-run job, and it was only like 7 hours, so I knew the guy wouldn't make it there and back. So to try and not have another late delivery, I decided to just run down there and grab it.
And this is kind of why I don't normally talk too much when because I always end up forgetting something, and this time, well,
that's kind of the nice thing about with the three of us streaming at one time. There's more talking going on, and you don't have to talk all the time. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, good. I can turn right this way and land right on a runway. I just hope it's long enough.
You got to land again already?
I have to close
right.
these cow flaps.
Gotcha. That sucks.
Thing is, I'm trying to descend, but as I descend, I pick up speed, and as I pick up speed, the shaking gets worse.
Maybe they'll vibrate themselves shut.
No, more than likely. It's more likely that one of them will vibrate the engine right off the plane.
Oh, and look, I'm looking at your flight path. You're now over the water, so city's safe, but
if I'm going down, I'm taking a lot of people with me.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think you can, there's only one of you on there. It's not like you can save the whole crew. Well, there's probably technically more than just one of you.
Nope, just me.
No, but that plane, we've said that you would typically have, even if it's just flying cargo, at least 3-4 people.
You have 4 minimum. Pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, and radio navigator.
And then you've got Draco and I tonight who are flying planes where it's like just one pilot and flight computer's doing it all. So we're just sort of sitting here eating a sandwich.
I have never had my cow flaps stick open like that.
You have a bit of the realism turned on, don't you?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, it's cranked all the way to the max. Shut up.
It really bums me out about the vibration outside view.
Happy you're not flying this plane right now with that vibration.
Unless it has something to do with it being like completely nighttime. I mean, it was getting dark last night, but we'll see. Could be worse, I guess. Although I was really liking those views out there.
I was having an issue with a little bit of a stutter with it being stuff turned up and too close to the airport. Once I got up in the air, it cleared up some. If yours is still doing that, I don't know what.
I was hoping the restart would take care of it, but
maybe you
not.
have. Maybe you have too much turned up right now with the Rex 4 going and all the
Yeah, but it wasn't doing that last night. Nothing's different than last night. Nothing's changed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey Draco, your neighbors are over here at my place.
They shooting some fireworks tonight?
Oh yeah, they're aiming for my window, I think.
Alright. Well, this is not going to be any type of proper landing, but...
Tune into
No, you need
Draco's
to
stream
land.
while he nearly crashes his plane.
Because mine's actually going well enough, I'm actually going to watch it.
Alright, hold on a second.
You know what? Maybe I will too. See if we can push the internet to the limit.
Gosh, that is shaking. Pilot, pilot, where's my seatbelt? Because my
Let's see what this kid can do.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
Nah, nobody's watching. Just all of us. Draco's doing an emergency landing.
Moondog, quit putting stuff in chat that I have to...
I could put whatever I want right there now because you're too busy to worry about timing me out right now.
I will put this damn thing on autopilot just to time you out. So yeah,
Yes, folks, we have a lot of fun here. We try and fly it real. We try and fly it well. And we like to troll each other in a polite way.
That's what friends do, isn't it?
Uh-huh. I mean, his is shaking enough to make James Bond martinis, but you know. And mine's over here flying so smoothly that put a freaking baby to sleep, or a pilot. Mount Rushmore's North Dakota?
Okay.
Look at that stick. He's got his landing gear down.
Gear down.
Moondog, could you answer that for me so I can concentrate?
Oh, what add-ons does he have? Yeah, well, you're listening in chat. What add-ons? He has...
I have
B377 that he's flying now. That's an add-on. Rex 4. I'm sure he has that.
Yep.
He has the Duchess from Steam. What you got? The trees. I can't remember that one. Natural trees or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
For the trees in there, and then just a couple of scenery mods.
And like I said, this is not going to be anything near proper, but it's better than splattering all over the ground.
Hey, it's going to make for a very interesting. Why'd they put airport in the middle of town there?
It wasn't at one time.
I know. I always thought Midway Airport, or is it O'Hare that's actually on the water on a little like island?
Nope, that was Meigs Field.
Okay.
It no longer exists.
Ha! I got my camera to stop shaking. It was the vibration effect. Somehow I accidentally turned that on in
in the startup or something.
No, in
well,
the
Mr.
Easy
Games,
Dock.
I can help you a little bit with FSX. I mean, I'm no expert by any means.
No, and you can do a better job of helping out after you land.
He's trying to land a bumblebee on a postage stamp.
Well, see, he's
Oh,
giving the response
wait,
now.
we haven't seen it yet, Draco. You're ruining the surprise. He's just now coming in.
Hey, look, he even has his landing lights on.
Wow, and they work. Mine don't light up like that.
Mine do in the DC-6 in this little thing. Nope. And I paid more than both of yours together almost for mine. Although I may have turned the setting down on that, so.
Nice job, Draco.
Nice job, Draco. Now you got to shut everything off to reset the cowl flaps.
That's the thing. They won't close.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you need to shut everything down
Maybe.
and restart the engine so that you can close them? Well, can I answer this for you,
Sure.
Draco?
Go ahead,
Mr.
Lon.
Games, if you want help from any one of the three of us, Draco has more time in FSX.
I have about
more than Zig, but Zig has about 2.5 weeks. 3 weeks now? No, 3 weeks now.
about 3 weeks, probably.
Yeah. So some of us are learning and some of us are catching up. And we are working through problems, and we probably are stumbling across some of the same problems that you have.
We'd be happy to try and help if we can.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna park this thing right here. All right.
And let's see, Fire Tramp TV. How's it going? Hello. You could subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. If you do, it'll let you know when I do jump on and start streaming.
Nice job on that, Draco, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't always catch chat as quickly as I want to and need to sometimes. I'm bouncing between what's actually going on in the plane. The chat's not on my main screen that I'm looking at. It's off to the side. And then if I'm helping Draco in his stream or Zig in his while we're all streaming together, sometimes miss something. But we try and help out that way too.
And I will be back in 1 second. I have to go run do something.
Yeah, it has to deal with that landing.
He's gotta go. He's gotta go change his pants.
It was a very good landing. It's probably, you know. And to be honest, I probably would have to too. To be honest, I might have most likely wrecked it. It would have been a pile of rubble at the beginning of the runway. Zig, you an outside view?
Yes.
Kilo Sierra Mike Echo, traffic.
Oh, what is that? Is that for your plane itself, or is that for
That's the Easy Dock
Easy Dock? Okay.
control panel to set up your camera views, and like you can change like how fast that transition is from the different views. Oh. You'll see it here in a minute. I need to slow it down when I'm out. Oh, that's fine. You don't need to be in there.
I jumped back. I'm jumping.
So it'll transition to another. Well, here, not that one.
Yeah, I saw it went from like
there.
there.
You can change that speed. That's kind of what I was messing around with. Just like pick for those big outside views. It's nice to slow it down so it like the camera floats in.
Yeah.
When you're in the cockpit, they don't need to be that slow, but you can go through on each individual one and change that. It's kind of crazy.
Right. Now, do you have
okay, I've returned. Sorry about that.
Light? You don't have light, or how much light do you have on the inside? You turn your main dome light off and just run with.
I don't have a dome light really.
So
you don't have a dome light. Okay.
Not that I've found anyhow.
Okay.
Mr. Games. So GSX. I'm not sure what GSX is.
Ground control.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And it's not. They have an introductory. I've looked into this. They have an introductory one. They have a couple trial ones, and then you have to pay 35 something for the whole thing. And then I think you even have to add some of the airports that you would fly to regularly that aren't in the pack. So that's one that's a pay add-on.
Yeah, I just use the in-game ATC. Sometimes they get really, really, really annoying.
Well, that GCX is quite literally just the ground, and like you're taxiing, they'll bring up your fuel and your refreshment cart trucks, stuff like that. You know what? I'm paying attention to you guys enough that I'm not realizing I'm 50 miles out and probably want to start dropping this thing.
Probably. That's always a good thing.
That's like me last night getting busy yakking with you guys, and all of a sudden I'm orbiting around the airport I'm supposed to land at.
Copy. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf.
And because we're going to start descent, let's go. You know what? We're 50 miles out. You can put seatbelts on.
We're going to do VOR to VOR. We're going to go at 12,000 feet.
You going to try it again, Draco?
Yep. Save. Yes. No. So planes and airports in the FSX. So with the planes, it depends on where you get them from. If you get them from like A2A, and most of those have auto install, where all you do is just click, after you purchase it, you just click one button and it automatically installs it for you.
My ones from Just Flight did as well.
Right. Some of the freeware ones, few of those also do auto install, but some of them you just have to follow the instructions, and it's basically put sim objects where sim objects is supposed to go. Put your
gauges and
your gauges file and things like that in your FSX folder. Now the big thing is, do you have FSX or do you have FSX Steam Edition? Because I think that makes a little bit of a difference, if I remember right.
I think it does, because it some of them have to have the update with them. You have to watch that.
Yeah, so like my plane, like this plane here, it needed to have either the SP2? Is that what it's called? Patch or something?
Or SP2, right?
Yeah.
Or it has to have the acceleration for the for FSX. Now, if you have the Steam Edition,
you don't need either.
You don't need either of those, because the Steam Edition automatically comes with the acceleration add-on already in it. Steam, so yeah, so you're good with that. And then airports and stuff, I'm honestly not sure about that. Moondog had to walk me through it, and I only did one. Mr. Moondog there, he's the one who's good at adding airports.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Well, you're better than me.
I haven't added any either, so I haven't even added the one that your Akron Canton one. I haven't added that either. I probably should, but I haven't yet.
You know what? Then you can get off my ship. No.
Well, you know what? I'm going to add it when I buy another base there. Because my plan was to buy a base in your neighborhood and then to get another base in Draco's neighborhood.
I have too, and I'll get to his answer here in a second. I was wanting to look for one for in Draco's area, but the only way to do that is the only ones that I'm seeing is the payware ones. But it is all of like northern Chicago and the whole area. Then it's the whole even scenery pack for that too, and it's like I'm not sure I want to go that far.
Right.
As far as adding scenery, if you find one that is a good scenery pack for your airport, I can, once I land, I can also throw the link up in your page there, Draco, to a YouTube video that I found very useful at adding scenery. And you got to go through. I can even describe it better once I'm on the ground, so I can run through it. But you got to add the scenery into your scenery group, and there's a certain order to do it, or it doesn't work at all. It doesn't recognize it. But it's not, to be honest, once you know it, it's not that difficult. That's the scenery is easier than airports, or scenery in airports is easier than airplanes. And probably easier than running around with GSX right now, because to be honest, I looked at it, I liked, and I've seen it with a couple of the other big time streamers, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. Adds too much. I'm still trying to learn more basics still yet. Distance 28. So I can contact them. So I should be if you hear any beeping, it's just me trying to fall out of the sky.
Easy Doc. Is that free? I don't think it is, right?
It's not. It's like $35.
Okay, so yeah, it's like $35.
Which airport am I going to?
But I'll be honest with you, this game is fun, even with a lot of the free stuff or without even add-ons. I spent many years just flying the in-game vanilla stuff. So I mean, while it's fun to have that extra stuff, it's not exactly a necessity.
No.
Now, the one thing I would recommend that you get, especially if you like to fly, especially if you have friends that like to fly, I would get Join FS or FS Cloud, whichever one you're more comfortable with. They're both free, but Join FS doesn't have the latency issues that FS Cloud has.
Can you pull up the screen for him to see what that is, Draco?
I don't have that set up yet.
Okay.
I do. Let me finish programming my
Actually,
landing.
What I could do though, hold on. I could do something like.
What did they tell me to fly in at? Did fly in straight at runway 33. Thank you. Up there. RNAV 33.
So I just have to wait for the stream to catch up. Taxiing, basically, you can do it one of two ways. You can either, I find it, you want to taxi. The way you want to taxi is you want to make sure that you have as little of power as possible, because you don't want to taxi too fast because you can lose control of your plane. But at the same time, you also don't want to take an hour to get to your runway. You can, and in the game you can taxi one of two ways. You can either just taxi to whatever runway you want to and take off, or you can have ATC assign you a runway, and then there's something called a progressive taxiway, where it actually shows you on the taxiway where with was it yellow arrows?
Yes.
Which way you're supposed to be going.
I use that all the time because I get confused and lost on the airports.
Yeah, I do too.
Not the little ones, but the big ones.
So here on so the map you see here is Join FS. It gives you a map of the entire world, and anybody who's playing in that server on Join FS, you can see, and it's
You should be able to point out the three of us easy, because you know where we're at.
So this one is me right here. I'm up here in Chicago. That one right there. Yep, that's Zig on the ground in Kentucky. And Moondog is up here, just into South Dakota. You'll see that in a second when that comes up. But what's cool about this is that you not only see people that you're flying with on the map, if you're close enough, you'll actually see them on the ground too, at the airports or in the air if you're flying with other people. We actually started off just hopping around North America and over to Europe, flying with each other, just using Join FS and FSX, and that was a ton of fun.
It makes it multiplayer in a sense, because you can see everybody's plane. If you're all at the same airport, you know, you can line up 1, 2, 3 and take off, and pretty cool.
Yeah, well, the other thing about that too is, if you like to play multiplayer, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
As the Steam, because the multiplayer for FSX that's built into the game, if you want to do any type of realism, that is not the place to go. So what am I doing? Did I accept the flight? I don't remember if I accepted the flight.
123.675 for Speedbird 769.
You don't remember if you took the job?
Yeah.
Alright. Program.
I didn't.
Enter.
And don't forget to hit enter.
Don't forget to enter. Yep.
But honestly, the biggest thing is just remembering, is just remember to practice.
Good thing I don't have passengers, because I'm getting my butt.
I don't have TeamSpeak. No, I don't.
We use Discord.
Yeah, we use Discord. And honestly, I don't even have my own Discord channel, because I'm always on somebody else's, so I never had a reason to have one. So I don't think I have a Discord channel. I may have created one. Don't remember.
Yeah, I know.
Cessna Zulu India Golf.
It's normal beeping. Let me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Sure it is.
Yep, we believe you.
That's the normal sound of me crashing. It's just normal. It says know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Alright.
Indianapolis Center. American Pacific 1. American Pacific 1. Climb and maintain 16,000. American Pacific 1911.
Shut up.
Why
well,
does this
I mean,
not happen?
I can read the chat on here while, and I can respond to you on here. Or, I mean,
Orbit 90589. Orbit 90589.
yeah, because I don't have a Discord channel set up yet. I got to do that still.
What am I looking for? What am I thinking?
Indianapolis Center.
Quick.
November 7260 Papa. World Travel
Runway 33.
World Travel 76. World Travel 323 traffic. World Travel 323
ILS number,
traffic
no.
inside.
Okay. Turn that off again. All flaps are still right there.
All right, well,
7000. World Travel 7646.
there's no ILS for
Indianapolis Center.
this runway to help with altitude.
Altimeter 3002.
So I can't do the full approach. There it is.
Well, once again, I mean, you can talk to us on here, or I don't. Would you, Moondog or Zig, would one of you guys mind, just for right now until I get a Discord channel set up, maybe tossing a link to your channel in my chat so he can ask us questions?
Yeah, we're in Zig's right now, so it would be up to Zig on his. Mine, I don't have a problem with. We can even jump over there. Do you have mine, Andy?
I don't. I have like 30 windows open right now.
So do I.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I know what to do. I can jump over to the other.
Like I said, just until I can get my Discord channel set up so he can ask us questions.
But then again, yeah, we're in. Who knows? We might be in mine, yours, his. So yeah, he's welcome to jump into over there. Do you have mine, Andy?
I don't. I have like 30 windows
now that we've
open
got
right
it
now.
slowed up, so do I. We got it woed up. We can throttle up some more again. Yeah, I know what to do. I can jump over to the other.
I said just until I can get my Discord. Okay, we're gonna try this again, guys.
Close cow flaps. Come on, are we turning? We are. Okay. Well, I guess I could at least put in, see if it takes it.
See if it takes what?
ILS for the other runway,
Oh.
so at least I have a altitude.
Gotcha.
Cessna Zulu India Golf. Contact Kansas City Center on 127.
Yeah, the only thing we ask when you get in, if you ever join us in Discord, is that, you know, one, be respectful, just like you would be in chat. Two, you know, and basically that's just it. You know, be respectful. You know, don't post anything, you know, inappropriate on anywhere, because you know we do have young kids who pop in from time to time. So obviously we got to make sure that it's all
Classy. Keep it
Classy.
classy.
Beach November 73414, Kansas City Center, roger. Altimeter 3002.
Can you hear us in Discord, Mr. Games?
Don't see him there yet.
Oh, he just popped out. Was in there.
Cessna, November 6th, 7.
I didn't hear anybody pop in, but
You're in streamer mode.
Turn left.
am I?
Well, oh, I am. Sorry. So you don't hear the alert.
Kansas City Center. Orbit 759er. Going to 128.3. Orbit 759er. Kansas City. Orbit 759er. Kansas City Center. Roger. Beach 414. 128.3 for Beach 414.
Hello, Mr. Games.
Yep. Hello, Mr. Games.
Hello, how are you?
He's not getting the
Yes.
little green light. It doesn't look like his mic is working. So, if you can hear us, we can't hear you. In a nutshell. Might need to go into your settings and make sure your mic is enabled. Been a while since I did that, but
Sure, fuel's right. Sure, arrow's right.
And I'm checking and watching stuff. I'm not even watching my own chat. Nope. Okay, no one's in chat. No, I'm in approach mode, and I'm trying to make sure I'm
right.
coming in, and I'm actually probably a bit low.
I'll be right back.
4528.
All right,
Okay.
this all the way up. Looks good. One.
.7 miles out, so I need to be waiting and what for Looks like I'm right online. Time to get rid of some of this other stuff. Start ready to fly this thing. Thank you.
Alright, let's just double check everything real quick. Cowl flaps.
Landing gear.
Looks good. That looks good. It's on.
Lights. Stroke can go off because we're landing. Final approach. Final approach. Make your wheels out quickly.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to take a little pause for the cause.
Yeah, okay. Flying over town now, coming in. Crop dusting the tops of the buildings.
And we're up.
You get onto the final approach, it with the G-nav, it automatically starts doing the flight plan. It looks for it. Has you on the glide slope.
I don't have the G-nav.
Laps up.
I want to look around your plane a little bit more in a moment here. All right.
It's looking good. No shaking.
Got the cowl flaps in the proper position.
Yep, I triple checked those.
Very good.
Now make our first turn
500.
towards our first VOR.
We've got you taking off. I'm trying to land. We're both muttering at each other. Took control myself. Finish dropping this down. It's actually lined up good enough that I'm not even touching the stick. I'm just sort of got my hand there. Oh, that was good. A greaser.
Very good.
That's the best one out of any of us. Alright, so we're gonna level out. We're gonna activate autopilot. We're gonna pull that up just so we have a reference. So we need to pull back a little bit to 51 inches of mercury in our manifold. Alright. RPM's gotta go down to 25.
So
2550,
there.
I'm sorry.
Knowledge handoff, thank you.
Good. That's fine. You know what? We're going to
Taxi to gates.
turbos
please.
over. Let them handle turbos.
Gate
Okay.
4 using taxiway B and A. Now,
Let's shut off this light here and that light there.
this is the thing that the guys flying with me don't like. Or they really don't care. I have taxiways all labeled out.
Well,
B
I
and
was
A.
at
Oh, thank you.
I was
I
at
gotta
5
go
people
back
watching. I'm
out.
now down to 2.
It bounces around like that. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
contact Kansas City Center on 128.1.
Okay. B and A.
Going to 128.1. Cessna Zulu.
I should have
India
turned
Golf.
right. I turned left. Doesn't that sound normal?
Kansas City
So,
Center. Cessna
even
If you
with that,
continue turning right, sooner or later you're going to end up back where you
Yeah.
need to be.
3 rights,
No,
make a
but I'm
left.
India Golf, Kansas City Center.
at the
Altimeter
junction for the
3003.
taxi, I turned left instead of right. If I turned right, then I would be headed in the right direction for
Cessna Zulu India Golf.
the gates.
You know what, Mr. Games? I had that issue when I first started using Discord. The only workaround I found was I ended up using the public test build, and that allowed my mic to work. For whatever reason, my mic would not work before then, or it was really intermittent. You know, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't.
Going to 124.2. Cessna Zulu India Golf.
This is where the FAA would come back and go, what the heck did you think you were doing? I was using the runway as a taxiway.
Well, sometimes they do.
Well, for where the way I turned, I would probably be directed that way. Because they just said, please exit runway as soon as can. And first time landing here, I turned left.
But yeah, until you get your mic worked out, man, just go ahead, ask as many questions as you want. I got a couple hours to burn now.
Yeah, and you're the one that goes to bed early.
Oh my god. Come on, you're gonna walk now.
Is it working now, Mr. Games? That's good.
Oh. Walking now or not?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Or I can hear you. I don't know if he can hear.
No, I'm not hearing him.
You might have to turn him up. It wasn't very loud.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
All right, taxi over to the gate. Get rid of these people. Collect some dough. How long have you been using FSX there, Mr. Games? This is where I should actually also do this. I should do timer, stop.
St. Louis approach. Cessna Zulu India Golf. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cessna Zulu India Golf. St. Louis approach. Cleared to Bravo airspace.
I can hear you. Not sure if Draco can hear you.
Bravo airspace.
Yeah, I turned him up pretty loud. I still not hearing him. I mean, I'm hearing a voice, but I can't make anything out.
I turned myself on.
I can hear you quietly, Games, but also Draco has a loud playing, and he also has his headset. He's got the speakers for the game and Discord. I've just got Discord going through my headset, and then my game is on the monitor speakers.
Tower. Cessna Zulu India Golf is 23 miles east with Zulu to land. Cessna Zulu India Golf.
Back to
Spirit Tower.
37.
Make left downwind. Runway
8
8
left.
Altimeter 3002.
8 left at KSUS.
Yeah.
Enter left.
That's the
traffic,
good one.
runway 8 left.
21.
Cessna Zulu India Golf.
All right, we're at the gate.
Left.
Brakes on. Move that.
Why is it not going to give
Props
me?
down. Throttle down.
It doesn't give me any options for 8 left. Only 26 left. Or, well, it doesn't give me any approaches for 8 left. Select another runway. 4. 8 right. Okay, I'll take that.
So why don't we go ahead and take an outside look here?
Ooh, I got applause. I must have done something right.
8 right.
Oh yeah, I got the passengers here and I didn't kill them. And I didn't shake them all over the place.
TZ.
Oh, wait a minute. I could have done that. I could have been nice. I could have turned it on to the bright lights for them in the back. Those lights on, those off. That. Off. ATC off. Fuel off. Fuel off. Remaining
that's-
fuel, 1,100 pounds.
That's the other thing.
I
They
think.
hand you off a lot on this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
And to be honest, I don't know if that's correct or not.
Me neither.
I mean, like New York, Boston, high population areas, I'm sure they've got outer markers and all that busy like crazy.
Well, I mean, I know that there's one for ground, one for takeoff and landing, and for for departure and arrival, and then there's one for while you're in transit. But it doesn't seem
Some of them have 2 transits, like the bigger, like New York. From what I understand, there's
Right.
there's an outer transit, an inner transit, your approach, and departure are 2 different ones, I think, at some airports. All comes down to how it's set up and how many there are in the area. But like where we're flying, the little air patches bouncing back and forth to the same air controller.
Right.
We don't want to talk to Draco tonight. Let's give him back to the other guys.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Let's see, fuel gross currently is 2241.5. Or 85.8 in the 2 tanks. Okay. Is that everything? Off, off, off. Passengers should be gone, so we'll turn off those lights. And main shut off. We are done. Get out of here.
You're done. Oh, you
Well,
landed.
with that flight, yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, so we need to go back to the flight engineer.
Mr.
Turn
Gages.
these on. I needed to turn on my anti-icing stuff.
You have completed the mission successfully. Thank you.
Give me my money.
Mission passenger flight completed. Passenger satisfaction 100.
Wow. You're getting
Wow,
to be a professional.
You did better than me, man.
No extra cargo, none of that.
Alright, that all looks
Done.
good.
Finished flight. You know what I could do? I could maybe change this over so that everyone else can see. There we go. Flight performance. Minimum G, maximum G, fell right between it. Stall, nope. Overspeed, nope. Landing description, greaser. Landing gear down. What do you mean false? Had to have the landing gear down. Landing surface asphalt, 0 damage, 0 landing damage. So, accepted jobs, automotive parts.
Cleared to land, runway 8 left.
So this is Air Hauler 2, this is the main screen. This shows where my pilots are located. I just finished one of the missions up here. I have no humanitarian missions. Company information. Pilots. Check here, they are all idle and...
Well, you need to give them some work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Well,
Mr. James, if you're trying to talk in Discord, I am not hearing you. Like I said, I can hear Moondog and Zig fine, but I'm not able to hear you, and I have you turned all the way up.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
So, what can I do?
Alright, I heard you a little bit that time. Hold on a second, let me...
I don't know what is the problem. Might be my... I think it might be my headset actually.
I can actually hear you a lot better than what you was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. I got you turned all the way up.
Excuse me for a minute, everyone. Enjoy my blank screen for a second.
Might be my headset. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I think it's better now.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. It's kind of staticky. Something else I can do here. Saw King Air come running up behind me. I thought it was Moondog.
What was that, Games? I barely heard that as I came back.
I will be right back, gentlemen.
Okay. Are you flying in that much turbulence, Zig?
Yeah, it's a little bouncy.
Preparing to land.
Yes.
Well, then I'll leave you alone.
Just drop my gear. I'm coming around the corner for like final approach. So.
Okay. All right. So I have in the fleet. Everyone's idle. Grand Caravan. Let's load it.
Trying to figure out how I would know when it picks up the locator, because I have it tuned in.
On my RNAV, it didn't pick up until I was about 7 miles out that I noticed it. It might have been actually sooner than that.
But I'm not sure if I get any sort of indicator or anything of when that happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh shit. Why would... I sure wish I could find a video of somebody doing like the ILS landing with this plane, so I just knew where to click and when to click it.
Right. Well, I'm going to set up jobs here, and because I've had quite literally a flawless stream with no...
Hey, you know what? You haven't dropped out at all, have you?
No, I haven't. That's why I'm in some regards, I'm going, I better get the heck out of here. Done. So I'm going to get pilots in order so that they can see that, and then that's what I'm going to do. So, wait a minute. Caravan. Load this.
What if I hit... It's new. What if I hit approach?
Where are we going to? We're not going that far. Take off.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I keep hearing Mr. Games. He's muffled a little bit again. It almost sounds like he's got a mic issue or a connection issue with it, and I want to help him do well, but I can't hear him, so I'll watch your chat and see if there's anything I can help him with that way.
Right.
Trust us there, Games. We're not trying to ignore you. we've all quite literally been there, and as frustrated as you are, we've been just as frustrated. So,
I've watched Moondog get frustrated just because he's muted his own mic and can't figure out why nobody can hear.
yeah, that's a good example.
500.
It's a very good example. We'll just leave it as that.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah,
I heard you that
absolutely
time.
That time.
What the? What is wrong with this mic? Seriously?
Minimums.
Oh, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that now. No, it should be fine now, I think.
Sounds pretty decent.
Yeah.
Load.
So yeah, any questions you have, we'll do our very best to answer them.
But like
100.
FSX right now
50. 40.
is like kind of
30.
complicated.
20.
Yeah, it seems complicated at first, but once the most complicated thing I've found about FSX
10.
is getting your controls set up. Once you get those set up, everything else just seems to slowly fall in place.
Yeah, but for me it's hard because I just play keyboard and mouse. So yeah.
Don't let that frustrate you all, because even with that, the controls aren't going to be that difficult. Even after you start learning how to set up the autopilot to control most of it.
So many tutorials, but they're like too much complicated.
Yeah, that's true too.
Wow.
You got to find someone that you can understand, and it's not over complicating it. And then also, actually, you should watch all his Zig's stuff, because no, I'm only kidding. He doesn't have much on the tutorial yet, but by the time he gets done flying his plane, he will.
I,
So like so many tutors to play this, they're just too good at it.
So when I first started playing, the first thing that I learned to do was learn how to use the GPS for navigation. So, and the easiest way to do that is when you know where you are and where you want to go. If you go into the flight planner and just plan that flight and just do GPS direct. And then after that, all you have to do is, the biggest thing is learning how to use that GPS. And honestly, it's a push of 2 buttons to get that to work, isn't it?
Just about.
And that's on the vanilla stuff. Now on the payware stuff, it gets a little bit more, shall we say, involved. That's why I recommend anybody who's starting off brand new.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck because the plane is slow. Start off with a Cessna Skyhawk. It's slow, but it's stable. It's easy to fly. That's what I started off with. I flew a Cessna Skyhawk on this thing for almost a year before I started flying anything else.
I would recommend some sort of gamepad or something besides the keyboard, because I could not fly to save my life with the keyboard, and I even just used a Xbox gamepad, and that made it way more easier.
Yeah, I have like a PlayStation 4 controller.
That that'll work in a pinch. Also, if it's something that you get into, a real cheap joystick, something that costs maybe $20 or something like that, and you'll be surprised how easy it makes it.
The Logitech I got was $40, and it's pretty awesome for $40, really. But I couldn't fly at all with just the keyboard, and I plugged in my gamepad and just took off flying like it was a piece of cake.
So if you don't mind us asking, where in the world do you hail from?
England.
I'm sorry?
England.
England, I think he said.
England. We have a few friends from England, so.
Somehow I ended up having to do another night landing. I thought for sure I was going to land in the morning, because this one was a little sketchy. It's like I came down 10 feet off the ground and couldn't get her to hit the ground.
Yep.
I was struggling so much.
Yeah, when Zig first started flying, he started off. I recommended he started off in the Cessna, and yeah, he found it he found it easy to fly. He just hated how slow that thing is.
It's slow. Well, I was trying to keep up with you guys too, so that
Right.
made it even seem more painfully slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, watch. If you're looking for somebody who kind of explains things in detail, you know, watch us. You'll get to see how me. I mostly use VOR, which is all radio signals to navigate because my plane doesn't have GPS. And you know, so you can learn from me. GPS. Moondog and Zig are really good with their GPSs.
Yeah, I watched so many tutorials, but it, like kind of they don't really explain that properly. I don't think.
I'll put up a good link for you here in just a minute. Somebody whose tutorials I watched to learn how to fly, but give me just a second. All right.
The hardest bit is like taxi,
Yeah.
takeoff, land. That's the hardest bit, I think.
But the one thing is, don't be afraid to crash. You're gonna crash.
Yeah, I know.
But the important thing is if you crash, to learn why you crashed, so that way you know you don't do it again. You know, you want to learn from your from your failures as much as you learn from your successes.
Yeah.
You had a positive landing. Oh, that's not bad. Still at 94%. I can live with that. Okay, so I cleared that job off the board. Perfect.
All right, turn that off. Flip over. All right, so I'm at 11360. So the next one I want to go to is 11420.
So where you flying to?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. My plane is really loud, plus ATS is jabbering in my ear.
He asked where you were flying to.
Oh, I am flying to Columbia,
Missouri?
to an airport in Columbia, Missouri. It's right in between St. Louis and Kansas City.
Don't know what that is.
It's a long ways from
Midwest
you.
of the United States.
Okay.
Literally, you go like another 200 miles to the west, and you're in the dead center of the United States. Yeah, if you go, so none of my videos go back that far, but if you go back and look at Moondogs, you'll actually see us flying from the United States into Canada. Then from Canada, that was a long, what was it, 6.5 or 5.5, 6 hour flight?
7 hours.
7 hour flight from Canada to Cork in Ireland, and then we did a bunch of little hops. Was it from Ireland to
Birmingham? And no,
Ireland
Cork to up to Dublin.
Is it Dublin? Maybe it's Dublin.
Scotland. No, Glasgow.
And then from Glasgow to Birmingham.
Birmingham.
And then we flew from Birmingham to Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And we do plan on picking that series up again. It's just we've been working on air hauler kind of hard.
I would struggle to stream this game and play it on YouTube.
So, Moondog, did you ever figure out how you turn the voice of the ATC off so that way it just pops up as text?
Yeah, you put it on the other monitor. No,
I got so
seriously,
many.
that's what.
I got so many things on that monitor now. I'm having a hard time keeping track.
No, the sound. I bumped it because it's TV. Somehow I had it going to that TV, and that volume was turned down so low that I could hardly hear it. And then I did something where then I had Discord coming through it, and I couldn't hear through it that way. And I'm like, okay, I had to completely shut everything down and restart everything up. That's the disadvantage of having a TV as a monitor, because you can do stuff like that. And who mentioned that I'd had a flawless stream up until then, and then it just died?
It did.
I just wanted to finish getting an air hauler. An air hauler isn't even set up yet, so.
Well,
So yeah, and then the other plane that you might want to check out too is the Beechcraft, the Baron. It's fast, but it's fairly easy to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody who tuned into my stream tonight. I'm going to end it there. I got my mail delivered, cleared that job off the board for my Slacker pilot. And thanks to Moondog and Draco for hanging out tonight and flying. And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.